And U.S. President Joe Biden is urging Israel to call for a 6 to 8 week ceasefire in the war in Gaza. The White House insisted the comment did not mark a major shift in policy. But in his appeal to Israel, Biden did not mention Hamas or the potential deal for the release of the Israeli hostages. More on this from ILTV's William Sharon.
So what I'm calling for is for the Israelis to just call for a ceasefire, allow for the next 6-8 weeks total access to all food and medicine going into the country. I've spoken with everyone from the Saudis to the Jordanians to the Egyptians. They're prepared to move in. They're prepared to move this food in, and I think there's no excuse to not provide for the medical and the food needs of those people.
The White House insisted the comment made before last week's call between President Biden and Prime Minister Netanyahu did not mark a major shift in policy. Washington also announced that the meeting will take place in the coming weeks between Israeli and U.S. officials to discuss the planned IDF operation in the Gaza city of Rafah. The announcement seemed designed to push back at Prime Minister Netanyahu's announcement that Israel has already planned a date for the Rafah operation.
No, we do not have a date for any Rafah operation, at least one that's been communicated to us by the Israelis. On the contrary, what we have is an ongoing conversation with Israel about any Rafah operation. The President's been very clear about our concerns, our deep concerns, about Israel's ability to move civilians out of harm's way.
National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan praised Israel's willingness to let more aid into Gaza, but said it is not good enough.
If you look at the last 2 days, there has been a substantial increase in the amount of aid going into Gaza. That's good. It is not good enough. We would like to see more action following through on what the Prime Minister has announced publicly, and we'd like to see that over the course of the next few days.